Eat your goddamn vegetables. Hey guys, just real quick, if you like Subaru stuff, you like WRX stuff, browse through the videos on my channel, see if there's anything else that interests you, and consider subscribing. I'll see you here. Welcome back, my Subaru crew. We're in James's garage. Today we're going to install the Cobb flex fuel sensor kit after running around several towns to find out where FedEx dropped my package off. So let's take a look at this. We got a box that survived, I guess. So in here, here's our stuff. You guys have probably seen this before. We'll start getting it all put together. Okay, so in here, we got the sensor, we got the fuel lines. There's a, let's see, which one's this? There's going to be a longer one and a shorter one. So the longer one is going to go on the firewall side. And then this coming out the other side on the left. Then we got our harnesses. One of the gray ones is going to go to the TGV. This is going to go to the sensor on this side. Then another one of the gray ones, not sure which one yet, is going to go in between the O2 sensor. Okay, so a piece of the Cobb flex fuel kit is supposed to attach up here. Now I'm using this top mount intercooler bracket to hold my catch can, but I also have the front mount intercooler pipe going to the manifold, and it's just barely in the way there. So is where that bolt location isn't lining up. So we're going to take off this bracket and grind it down a little bit here, get some more room, go from there. So I have this makeshift spacer there because I believe there's a rubber grommet on the top mount intercooler, and that was just the bolt I had. But we'll unattach the catch can, get that piece filed down, sanded down, whatever, a little bit, so we have more room so this can bracket back over in place there. So I'll take that off. Take off the cover for your fuse box. It even says it's marked down here, bottom right, 15 amp fuse. So we're gonna pull that for the fuel pump. Then we will run the car without that fuse in there until there's no fuel pressure or very little left in the car. I can also set up the access port to measure the fuel pressure as we do it. So we'll just pull out that fuse. There we go. If the car doesn't start with this pulled, you can actually start the car and pull it while it's running. We'll see how that goes. So I got fuel pressure set on this top right gauge. So we're gonna start it up and just let the rest of the fuel go through the lines until the car makes a sad noise and dies out. So let's try that. $400s, then it should start dropping. Oh, there we go. Oh, sad noise. I'll give it one more. Okay, we're good. Okay, we gotta take the battery out. And I can see I didn't do a very good job cleaning this terminal when I did that on one of my other videos. We got some baking powder stuff. Maybe we'll try to clean that up a little bit. And then we'll completely pull the battery out. And there's 3 bolts holding in the fuse box. We gotta move that around a little too to sandwich in the flex fuel sensor. So I guess we'll remove the battery. That positive terminal is on there so good. We tried to get the terminal off, and the whole end wanted to break out of the battery. We got some fifth grade science fair going on here with some baking soda and vinegar. Get that loose. Okay, let's do the fuel lines. One thing I didn't notice before is there is this black plastic clip right here. Set my screwdriver down. Let's unclip that as well. There are 2 pins. I'm wondering if that's just holding it. Okay, yeah. Okay, it looks like we will have to disconnect the fuel line first. So it just has these blue clips. Okay, that is up. Moment of truth. Looks like we gotta simultaneously disconnect this side too. A little bit. That wasn't too bad. Then this runs back towards the firewall. So we'll get the soak pads moved over there. 1 second. Okay, so towards the firewall we got the other pipe of the fuel line. Again, a blue plastic clip. There are these holding fingers here, so disconnect from there as well. So this blue clip should just pop out. Okay, it is up, I believe. Oh, I think we got all the fuel disconnecting the other side first, so that's good. So let's fish this factory line out. I think it still wants to spill on me. Oh, shoot. Yep, there we go. All right, we got to loosen up the fuse box to get this loose to attach the flex fuel sensor. So the fuse box has a 10mm here, or you can use a Phillips head screwdriver. Up here, over here, we got the battery terminals cleaned up a little bit. So let's loosen those 3. You wanna go for it? What is that?
It's a cheater tool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? In the bathroom tub knob.
This is a Mac tool.
So you know it's legit.
That's right.
Yeah, so we just want to get this loose enough so we can sandwich the flex fuel sensor behind this plastic finger there. Let me go grab that. Alright, so here's the flex fuel sensor. Take out the caps. So the blue lines are going to attach here. It looks like these are actually wider than the factory ones as well. So you have the 2. The longer one is going to be on the right side if Cobb's facing up. And the blue connector is going to go on this side. So that just slips on, push it on all the way, lock it in place. Shorter one, left side. Good to go. Here's another look inside. I don't know if you guys are interested, but yeah, include some Cobb stickers, some other stuff. The other parts again. So one of these we'll look at gray. One is going to go to the TGV. Now, I have a TGV delete, So instead of a straight coupler, one end isn't going to be used, the other end is going to be used for power. So I'm not sure which is which. The other one is going to be going in between your O2 sensor, and this is going to connect to the flex fuel sensor. So we'll get this sandwiched at the bottom of the fuse box. So let's put that in. So swivel the fuel lines down while you're doing this. Then you want to sandwich it under here. So you want to make sure that this is straight so your screw goes in right and you don't jack it up. Do all these have washers? I guess so, huh? So James actually got it going. But yeah, once you have that bottom one lined up, the others should just go right back in. You said this one was super loose to begin with?
Yep. They were all pretty loose.
Sounds like my rear tail lights. I took those bolts off with my fingers. The factory bolts.
No, they don't need to be tight.
Okay, so we got it routed this way. So it's coming from down here. This is that left side coming up. So this is the shorter of the two fuel lines. Then we'll push, if there's excess, push it back this direction. Then I'm kind of at a funny angle, but it should slide on there. There we go. Push it in all the way, lock it down, super easy. This side, yeah, that will fit back in that clip, but we'll just push it on first. Up all the way, clipped in. Then push your "that's easy" button. Alright. Okay, so this has TGV deletes already. So I had taped off that portion here. It's going to be hard to see. But you can still get power out of it, and that's how we're going to power the flex fuel. So it was taped off for protection right now, so I'll untape it. Then we'll see which one of these connectors it goes to. This is a part I wasn't totally clear on, but it's making more sense now. So rather than combining to the old TGV that has the butterfly valves and the other connector, this one end of this is going to connect, then we'll tape off the other side on the Cobb portion. So we'll see which one of those it is. So let me take that tape off. Okay, so there's my TGV connector. Now that I got the tape off, I can see the pin out on that. So on the Cobb side, you're going to use the male end. So we'll end up taping that off because we don't need a return to the TGV because mine are deleted. So we'll connect that to there. Okay, so on the Cobb side, we got it fed through here. This part is going to bolt here. That's why we trimmed this piece, because my setup with catch can and intercooler and all that wasn't fitting right, but we're good now. So we're fed over here. Make sure you get fashionable purple on the electrical tape or else it's not going to hold. We'll use the male side then. So that's going to click into the TGV. Satisfying click, that's what we like. And I'll find the bolt for that, and it's, of course, they give me some weird Allen key instead of a normal bolt, so let me find that. Oh, it's in my pocket. So let's search through the tools and find something. It's like a 10mm Allen key or something.
We don't have to search very hard. I know where that is.
I have a drawer at home that just has, like, anytime you buy cheap furniture, it comes with the Allen keys, so I just save them up.
I just throw all those away. I think they're crap. I have better ones.
Okay, so anyway, it's gonna go there, so let's find an Allen key. Okay. This might be a 6mm. Then the lines, we have one going this direction. It's going to go down to the O2 sensor again. Then the brown line is fed down here. So on the sensor, it might be easier if you connect this before you screw it back down, but we should be able to click it right there. So I'll get that here, just one sec. So it just fits on that end. There we go. Okay, so taking a better look down there, you see one of the O2 sensors. That's at the beginning of the J-pipe. Pre-cat, then after cat. So there's, you're not going to be able to see it very well, but there is another electrical connection down there. See, it's that green part. So I was hoping it was the other one, so I could easily get to it from top, but that's okay. We'll get to it from the bottom. I just need to remove the splash guard down there. Then we can connect it to that piece on the Cobb side. Okay, so the plastic under tray is off the car. So the connection we're looking for is this green one back here. It is in fact green. So the Cobb piece is going to click in between that. So let me get up there, get it disconnected. So the Cobb pieces are coupled in between the green O2 sensors, you can see there. Then I have it zip tied. Then we'll get the slack on the wire that goes up towards the top. So I'm going to put the battery back in. Also put in your fuel pump fuse. Then we're going to get some dielectric gel to help prevent these from getting too much corrosion again. Help slow that process down. Get the battery put back in. Just a dab. Yeah, because even these nuts were corroding. Then we'll put some dielectric grease on the terminal posts. Okay, we'll put some dielectric grease on these posts and terminals. This thing's got really corroded. This should help. So from here we have the electrical lines that went down, so that went down to the O2 sensor. So coming back up, there is additional slack. So I put a zip tie there, so I'll tighten that down and I just have a loop of extra slack. So the zip tie, then we'll just tug the rest with this wiring cluster behind the battery. Should be good. So with this installed now, it is my understanding, hopefully I'm right, that none of the parameters will be activated as far as using ethanol. So it's going to be running just like the fuel line was normally plumbed until your tuner activates those parameters. So before you put the first drop of E in there, you can still run it on your regular gas, regular like it was before, until you get it tuned. So if you need to get this installed ahead of time, because obviously you're going to have to put it on before you get to the tuner, you should be fine running it until those parameters are put on your access port. Okay, with everything reconnected, I'm going to prime the fuel pump a couple times. See if it starts pumping fuel through it again since we ran it dry. So I heard the fuel pump. Do this a couple times. So we only have 58 psi fuel pressure. Well, that jumped up 2100. There we go. All right, we got the Cobb Flex fuel sensor all installed. That was really pretty straightforward and easy to do. I can verify that you're not going to get a check engine light with that. I was worried that once I install that piece without the accompanying software, I might get a check engine light or something weird. You don't. It's just going to run like it normally would without it, whether you're running 91 octane or 93 octane, depending on where you are in the country. So before the tune, you can slap that on ahead of your tune and just run it normally. You'll be good to go. So our goals are, I want to get to 350 wheel horsepower. That is about the safe point from everything I've read for this FA motor. Some people get up around 400 with similar builds as mine, but I want to keep it safe, not blow it up just quite yet. So we'll shoot for about 350. My last tune, I got about 290 horsepower, 320 foot-pounds of torque, and that's at 4,700 feet elevation. So if I can get around 350 on an E60 blend, I'd be really happy with that. So we're about ready to go. We have the DeechWorks 300C fuel pump already installed. You've seen that installation in one of my previous videos. And the Flex fuel sensor wasn't too bad putting it in. We're about ready to go. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching my video again. Browse through the videos on my channel, see if there's anything that you like, and consider subscribing. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time, and I'm out.